Welcome to the deep dive. We take stacks of information, distill them down, and hopefully give you some powerful insights.
That's the plan.
And today, we're diving into something really fascinating: teamwork. Specifically, what makes a group, click? How do they achieve amazing things together?
It's that magic ingredient, isn't it? That synergy.
Exactly. And our mission today is to unpack, well, 4 key ingredients for winning teams. We're drawing from this really unique story. It combines a kind of parable with some cutting-edge insights.
The book High Five, The Magic of Working Together.
That's the one. It promises a shortcut to understanding this idea of discipline and synergy.
Which isn't just jargon. It's about intentional processes, structures a team uses so their combined effort is way bigger than the sum of its parts. It's the how behind that magic we mentioned.
Right. So if you've ever wondered how you turn individual effort into real collective power, well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
Yeah, because it's something you see everywhere, isn't it? You see incredible individual talent, maybe in sports, maybe at work, but it just doesn't translate into team success. And this deep dive will show you why that happens, but also, more importantly, the concrete steps you can actually take to change that dynamic.
Okay, so let's unpack this with a character from the book, Alan Foster. His story really hits this point home.
Right.
He was, by all accounts, a super effective producer,
Yeah.
a real one-man band at his job, top performer.
Mm-hmm.
But he got fired, which right away kind of challenges how we usually think about success, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And his boss, George Burton, he laid it out pretty bluntly. We need good producers who are good team players, too.
Ouch. A puck hog, they called him.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, I imagine. But it forces this really important question. What does being a superstar actually mean today?
Right, not just individual numbers.
Exactly. Burton's definition was crystal clear. A superstar, yes, achieves personal production, but just as important, they make the rest of the team better.
Way more productive, was the quote.
Way more productive. And Alan, he failed that second test. Big time. That cost him his job.
And that really signals a fundamental shift, doesn't it? How organizations are starting to define value. It's moving from just me, to us.
Precisely. Collective impact over purely individual metrics.
But Alan, initially, he really struggled with this. I mean, his whole background, even the Air Force.
Yeah, it reinforced that one-man band thing. Trust no one but yourself. Get the job done alone.
Which, sounds kind of admirable sometimes, but clearly it has its limits in a team setting.
And that's the core tension right there. Alan, despite pushing back, he started to feel it, that the world was changing, that the lone wolf, no matter how good they were, was maybe becoming obsolete.
A tough realization.
Yeah, kind of forced humility, maybe. But it sets the stage perfectly for this unexpected journey he goes on into understanding real teamwork.
So the twist is he ends up coaching his son's hockey team, grade 5, the Riverbend Warriors.
Right, talk about being thrown in the deep end.
Totally. And this team, despite being enthusiastic, they were losing a lot. Yeah, the classic puck hogs, like Alan himself used to be, and then other kids just frightened to go after the puck. Sound familiar?
Oh, yeah. And the blame game, too. Right, when they lost, it wasn't their fault.
Never. Bad referee, bad ice, bad breaks. Always something external.
And that pattern, the puck hogs, the fear, the blaming, you see that everywhere, not just on the ice, right? I mean, in boardrooms, project teams.
Definitely. That lack of cohesion, individual focus,
Yeah.
trumping the team goal, nobody taking ownership.
And even the parents were part of the problem here. Cheering, shoot, Larry, shoot, no matter what.
Yeah, reinforcing the individual play over the smart team play.
Exactly.
So here's the kicker. Alan, who just got fired for not being a team player,
The irony.
gets persuaded by the other coach, Milt Gorman, to join the coaching staff.
And Milt says something pretty profound, doesn't he?
Yeah, simple but deep. You don't have to sing like Pavarotti to teach singing. Basically, you don't have to be perfect to help others learn. And Alan felt wanted. That feeling kind of sparked something in him. Maybe a willingness to learn this thing he thought he knew, but clearly didn't.
So he's out of his depth. What does he do?
He does something pretty cool. He seeks out guidance, but from this, totally unexpected source.
Yeah.
An 85-year-old legendary high school basketball coach, Miss Weatherby.
Okay. Interesting pivot. Basketball wisdom for a hockey team.
Right. And Alan's thinking, can her old methods really apply today to these kids, to maybe even business?
And we find out later her methods are anything but just old, right? There was more to her story.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But Weatherby, she just cuts right through his skepticism. Her core philosophy becomes the bedrock here.
What did she say? Something about teams being wonderful.
Yeah. A team is a wonderful thing, Alan. It allows us to achieve things far beyond our own ability, while at the same time it keeps us humble.
Powerful and simple.
And then the 10 words that apparently changed Alan's life. None of us is as smart as all of us.
Ah, the classic. But it's classic for a reason. That's the absolute essence of why teams work, isn't it? When they really work.
It really is. And Weatherby makes this tangible. She introduces this idea of a high-five team,
Okay.
where the actual physical act of hands touching, the high five, symbolizes shared energy, that magical synergy. She even has this little chant.
A chant.
Yeah, like a mnemonic where, ha, tear, ha, tanny gleam, 4 things you need for a high five team. A simple way to remember these core ideas.
So it's not just abstract theory for her, it's lived.
Totally. She says it gives her purpose, even at 85, helping Alan, helping the team.
And that's a really moving point, isn't it? That contributing to others, having that purpose, can be the biggest gift. She felt like life without purpose was hell on earth. And Alan giving her this chance to help was the greatest gift of all for her. It just shows how team success and individual well-being are totally intertwined.
So the Weatherby lays out these 4 key things, her secrets to a high-five team. And she uses a great, memorable acronym, especially for a hockey team. PUCK.
PUCK. Okay, I like it. Let's break it down.
All right, first, P is for providing a clear purpose and shared values and goals.
The why.
Exactly. For the Warriors, their holy grail becomes winning the division cup, but for their injured teammate, Tim.
Ah, so it's personal, it's emotional, not just some abstract goal.
Right. It's compelling, it ignites them, and their team cheer, it actually becomes their covenant, like a formal promise to each other.
That's critical, that shared purpose. It's the powerful motivation that gets people to, well, trade self for selflessness, as the book puts it.
It moves beyond just management saying, do this.
Yeah, it becomes something the team genuinely owns, feels fired up about achieving together. That's the difference maker.
Okay, so they have their purpose. Then something unexpected happens. Jed Booth, the team's star player, the main puck hog, gets grounded. Bad grades. Can't play. Creates a vacuum.
Ah, okay. A challenge, but maybe an opportunity.
Exactly. Which leads perfectly to the second key. AMPHIL is for unleashing and developing skills.
Okay.
With Jed out, the coaches don't panic. They double down on basics, like literally teaching kids how to stop properly on their skates.
Seems basic, but Weatherby had a great insight here, right?
She did. She observed what looks like a skill problem is often something else.
And in this case,
Confidence.
yeah.
The kids weren't bad at stopping. They were afraid to try stopping properly. So the coaches praised progress, any progress, building that confidence until every kid mastered it.
And that focus on continuous improvement, positive feedback, is fundamental. And it flies in the face of just punishing mistakes, which is so common.
Right.
Think about like SeaWorld training, killer whales. It's all positive reinforcement. You can't punish a killer whale, right? But you can get incredible results by rewarding the right steps.
Good analogy.
So individual skills are the base, but you got to constantly improve them and, crucially, unleash them. Create that safe space where players feel they can use their skills without fear.
Okay. P for purpose. U for unleashing skills.
Yeah.
Next.
Yes.
Next up. C is for creating team power. None of us is as smart as all of us.
Ah, back to that core idea.
Yeah. And there's this great scene with a card game in the locker room that just nails it.
Okay.
The supposedly slow group plays against the top math team, and the slow group wins.
Wow.
By sticking to a simple plan and working together perfectly, the math geniuses were all over the place individually. It's this light bulb moment for the kids.
Ah, they see that pooling their brains, working as a unit, can beat individual brilliance.
Exactly. And the coaches reinforce this structurally, too. They create an MVP award,
Right.
But get this. Assists are worth 2 points, goals only 1.
Oh, brilliant. Directly rewarding the play that builds team power.
Right. And encouraging shared leadership where anyone can step up. It's not just about the designated star anymore.
That's the synergy in action, the whole becoming truly greater than the sum of its parts. It's like headlights on a car.
How so?
Well, one headlight might light up, say, 500 feet. 2 headlights don't just light up 1,000 feet in a straight line. When they work together, properly aligned, they give you a broader, maybe deeper field of vision, maybe 800 or 1,000 feet, but you see more clearly, more broadly.
I see. That extra reach, that wider view.
That's the synergy. That's the team power. It's when individual skills transform because people put the team first. That's the magic.
Nice. Okay, P-U-C.
What's K?
KK is for keeping the accent on the positive repeated reward and recognition.
Okay, reinforcing the good stuff.
Exactly. Weatherby's big on catching people doing things right. Not just random praise, but linking it specifically to behaviors that support the purpose, the skills, the team power they're building.
So it's targeted.
Very targeted. And they even add new awards like Most Improved, Team Spirit, things the kids really value.
This closes the loop, really. People repeat what gets rewarded. It's basic psychology, but applied strategically.
Yeah, instead of always focusing on problems, what went wrong.
You build on strengths, what went right. It creates this positive energy. It keeps everyone focused on the mission, not just, patting themselves on the back for stuff that doesn't matter to the team's goal.
That phrase, catching people doing things right. It's simple, but really powerful. But what about mistakes or poor performance? Does this mean you never address the negative?
That's a fair question. The idea, I think, as Weatherby implies, is that when you build a strong foundation of positive reinforcement and clear shared purpose, then constructive feedback lands differently. It's received not as blame, but as coaching, as part of that development process. The context of trust and positivity makes those tougher conversations possible, even productive.
Makes sense. The overall environment changes how feedback is heard.
Exactly. It comes from a place of caring about the person and the team's growth.
So the results for the Warriors, pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, the transformation is remarkable. They start tying games, then winning. Even Jed, the old puck hog, learns to play with the team. And Larry, the kid everyone yelled shoot at, he becomes the MVP. Not by shooting all the time, but by passing smartly, scoring strategically. Winning becomes like a natural outcome of being a good team, not the sole focus.
That's a huge takeaway, isn't it? Especially for anyone listening who leads a team. Success isn't just the final score.
Absolutely. Building those skills, that resilience, that high-five spirit, that's the sustainable win. A team can lose a game, but still be successful if they're getting better, playing together.
Yeah, the book says a team obsessed only with winning might leave the game with nothing if they lose.
Right. But a team focused on development, on playing the right way, they're ready to learn, practice, and win next time.
And Alan's journey comes full circle, too. He actually gets hired as a teamwork consultant.
Get out. By his old boss.
Even by his old boss, George Burton. And Alan takes the PUCK principles and translates them for the business world. He creates a new acronym. PERFORM.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Purpose and values. Empowerment, that's the unleashing skills part.
Yeah.
Relationships and communications, creating team power. Flexibility. Optimal performance, the byproduct. Recognition and appreciation, accent on the positive. And morale, being excited to be part of it all.
PERFORM. Nice mapping.
Yeah. But let's pause on one, like flexibility. In business, what does that really mean beyond just, say, cross-training?
Good question. Today, I think flexibility is also about the team's adaptability. How quickly can they pivot, respond to market changes, adopt new tech, redefine roles?
So it's agility, the team's adaptive muscle.
Exactly. Crucial for staying relevant.
Yeah.
And what makes this whole thing even more compelling is that reveal about Weatherby.
Right. She wasn't just a high school coach.
No way. Turns out she was on the board of directors for major corporations, a power company, department stores, a bank, an airline.
Wow. So her PUCK principles weren't just theory or small-town wisdom. They were tested at the highest levels.
Battle-tested. It just hammers home how universal these ideas are. Like she said, a team is a team, sports or business.
And she lived it too, right? Continuous learning, sharing knowledge.
Yeah, emphasizing that even if the key player leaves, the team's capacity, its knowledge, isn't totally lost if it's truly embedded in the team's way of working. It might be diminished, sure, but the foundation remains.
So wrapping this up, what's the core message for you listening right now, thinking about your team?
Well, we've seen this journey, right, from conflict and individual focus to a cohesive, high-performing unit.
And that central idea, none of us is as smart as all of us. It sounds simple, but it really is where the magic happens.
Remember those 4 keys. The power of a real shared purpose. Investing in unleashing and developing skills continuously. Creating that synergistic team power. And keeping the accent on the positive with reward and recognition.
These aren't just nice ideas, they're actionable steps.
Absolutely. Actionable steps that build results and morale that lasts.
You know, the Riverbend Warriors, they finished the season with undefeated silver. They lost the final game, technically.
Right, by score.
But they won something much bigger. They became a true high-five team. So the question for you is, what does being undefeated really mean for your team? How can you start applying PUCK or PERFORM to your own holy grail starting today?
How do you transform those individual efforts into that collective power that truly clicks? Something to think about.